But now it's time for us to get into it. Let's do this. Okay, I want to talk about the Rings of Power because Lord of the Rings brought the first season over on Amazon MGM, I guess they are these days. And it did well, but it didn't blow the numbers out of the freaking charts, you know? To me, I know people, again, I've said before, I know somebody that works at Amazon, and he was saying it could kill the whole business. But again, at the end of the day, Amazon moves forward. I mean, the rocket penises keep happening. The money is there. You keep getting your direct deliveries. I do too. Every day I got a package today. It happens. You know, I love Amazon. I love it. But this, though, they signed up for 2 more seasons, everybody. The second season's already pretty much done, and they're writing the 3rd season right now. The second season's going to come out, and you'll be like, what? I even know this is actually happening, but they brought the same showrunners back. Now, Amazon made a big announcement about Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne are staying on as the showrunners of the whole first season of The Rings of Power, and they're coming back, and they're very excited. Amazon super stoked about this. Had a big press conference about this, and they're saying that because it was a big hit, they're calling it a big hit, Emmy nominated, of course. Yeah, it did well, but it wasn't what they expected to be. But I think they're just rolling with the punches now. Oh, it's Lord of the Rings. Even better. You're going to love it even more. First season sometimes can be slow burners, you know. But season 2 is going to debut later this year. No date release yet, but it's coming later this year. And then season 3, they're actually developing the writer's room. They're making scripts. They're getting together. So season 3 will come after that. And they expect to go even longer than that. They want this franchise to go for a long time. Amazon just signed up for all the rights for 3 more years to control the television rights of Lord of the Rings. So you're going to have the Rings of Power going on and on and on, like Game of Thrones. That's what they want to be. They want to be their Game of Thrones. I just hope, though, because the first season was a slow burn to me. And to get to the actual villain, the reveal, it wasn't as shocking as I thought it would be. And I just want to get to the battles. And to me, it was a lot slower than I expected to be. So I hope when they get there, it'll be bigger and better for season 2. I'm excited it's coming that quick. I'm kind of surprised. But it is happening. It's moving forward. Lord of the Rings. The Rings of Power. The Rings of Power. I don't want to put Vince McMahon as I'm that fucking raper. But Jordan, what do you think about the Rings of Power, man, moving forward, you know? Do you think it's a good idea for Amazon to keep doing this? Or do you think that, you know, Tolkien would be pissed about this?
Well, let's just say I got nothing because I've never checked this out. But fuck Amazon, because I just got a package in the mail. I ordered for what?
For you.
For a fucking, I needed a piece of glass replacement for my touch screen in my Dodge Charger, and they sent it in a goddamn envelope. Of course, it's glass. It's all shattered and shit. And I'm like, fuck Amazon.
Like, what are you thinking?
But I think I think they're going on with it because what else do they really have, though, to entice people? They got Lord of the Rings and they got Reacher. That's about it. That's critically acclaimed. Oh, I forgot The Boys. Yeah, okay. So they got three main shows that are critically acclaimed that everybody checks out. The Boys, Reacher, and Lord of the Rings, because everybody knows Lord of the Rings. So I don't think it's shocking that it's continuing. I did hear it didn't really do the numbers that they wanted. No, especially when something as big as Lord of the Rings and Reacher hits higher numbers. That, you know,
what's happening here, right?
Yeah. So I'm not shocked because they don't have much, but on the other hand, it didn't really do that well. So
I'm saying, like, they signed on, like, they're really doubling down on this. So Jordan, 2 more seasons like that, and they're saying maybe more than that. I think it's like such a big investment at this point. They just can't call it a wash right now.
I think so. I think they spent so much money on this, getting the rights and everything else, that they're just like, well, fuck it, we got to continue.
This is what's going to happen. We'll see what the numbers are next season, right? Well, hopefully that'll be great. I feel like they've made some bad choices at Amazon. I mean, they bought MGM. I think that was a great choice. They got the Bond franchise. It's a big catalog of stuff, but I just don't. I mean, they're kind of going downhill a little bit, if you ask me. I mean, they don't have a lot of content. There's some of it. I watch their shit, man. I do watch their shit, and I did.
Yeah, but they don't have a lot though.
Yeah, not like Netflix or Paramount, or, you know, there's a lot of different. Even the cock has more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, I mean,
yeah.
It's interesting. Jake, did you watch the Rings of Power at all? Are you excited to see 2 more seasons of this? Or is this something like you're like, I'm one of those guys that I don't know what the hell this is, and like, how would Amazon spend their rocket penis money on this?
I don't know. I think I'd rather take a trip in the Blue Origins than watch this.
Man, give me it all day.
I really like the Lord of the Rings stuff, like the Hobbit and all that is a lot of fun. But I tried watching this Rings of Power thing, and like some of the people in the chat, I got through, I think I got up and I did the dishes, I did the laundry. I was just roaming around while it was playing because it wasn't that good. It was
background show.
It was bad.
It's a slow burner, man.
Yeah. But just like the movies and the trilogy, you need to focus on it because Tolkien's, there's so much detail that you almost have to do it his way or it's junk, So I don't know. We'll see. If somebody else was doing it besides Amazon, it would probably be better. Just saying.
You think so? You think it's like what network do you think would actually kill us? Would HBO be the
HBO? Yeah,
Max.
Crush it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they know how to do it because they've done it with Game of Thrones for so long. So maybe that would be something where they're like, oh, well, we can make this happen under this context. We know how to do these big, huge productions of like Middle Earth would be, or whatever they use, Westeros and Game of Thrones. They kind of have that idea how to make that happen. So you're right. Maybe it'd be better if Max did it. I don't know, but unfortunately, they have the rights for 3 more years. So that shit's not going away anytime soon.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I'm excited to see where it goes.
They could turn it around. Yeah.
They could turn around. They could really turn around, or they could drop the ball more, and then Amazon will be like, "Oh fuck, we just did another season. We spend the most money ever for a fucking show again."
Well, then it'll just turn into a Spider-Man type deal where nobody knows what's happening.
There you go. We talk about Spider-Man all the time on here. Nobody knows what the fuck's happening with Spider-Man these days.
Yeah,
you're right. Nobody knows because Sony and Marvel are just like fucking button heads. They're like, what are we gonna do? Like we're fucking goats or some shit. I don't know, but. Yeah, I'm interested to see, GR, are you a Tolkien? Are you a Tolkien man? Do you Tolkien?
Definitely.
Are you excited about more Lord of the Rings? Did you watch the Rings of Power? And does this news excite you at all?
Well, I'll put it this way. Jake and Queen have seen 12 more minutes of this bullshit than I have. And will continue to have seen 12 more minutes of it.
Word.
This is not for you then, huh?
No, because it's nothing like what Tolkien wrote. It's a bunch of shit that they put together and made up.
Yep.
It's not Tolkien work. Not even close.
They're trying to just capitalize off the name, GR, right?
Exactly. Gee, I'm shocked. Nobody ever does that.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Peps. Yeah. I mean, I do feel like, GR, there were some good moments in this show, the first season, but overall, I just think that again,
it must have been in those 12 minutes that I missed.
Yeah, 12 minutes you missed. There were some good moments. Again, you're adding in like the big bad, like you're trying to bring him back. They had him as an actual young man here, and it's like maybe that will be better the next season. I think we could have had more battles. There was a lot of people sitting around talking, which is fine. I can enjoy that at time to time. I just, I expected. I think I expected more about the battles than just like leading up, because the show ends. Spoiler, everybody. It's been a little bit, but the show ends with them just making the rings, and I'm like, maybe you should have made the rings in the very beginning. I don't know. You know what I mean? And we show like what happens after the rings are made. And that's what next season will be. And, but it's just like, it felt like it was filler before we actually get to the substance. We want the meat and potatoes. And maybe that's why they signed down for more seasons, because they know the meat and potatoes are coming and people will be more excited about this project moving forward once, we get to the actual.
Well, somebody
substance.
had their head up their renal orifice or something, because that's stupid.
It doesn't matter if the meat and potatoes are coming, because if you're fucking cooking and it fucking ain't sizzling, nobody's fucking watching. Nobody's coming back.
You're not bringing the flavor either. So
you're not bringing the flavor.
no.
Jake, you should have given them some of your stuff to spice it up a little.
I'll mail it now if they need it. I'll send it.
Yeah. Jake, so before we move on, Jake, what do you make now? Can you explain to your audience what you're doing?
Yeah, I was a chef for a long time. Got out of that because of the time it required. So now I do my own thing. I have my own spice blends and barbecue wood chip flavor type stuff. So that's a random little segue.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out. And it has a lot of power. A lot of power in Jake's.
Give me your website, Jake.
Yeah.
Jake, what's the website?
Oh, it's ironoaksmoke.com.
Smoke it up, everybody. Yep. Join Jake and smoke it up.
Make sure it sizzles, like Jordan says, or it's not going to be good.
All right, man. Smoke it out.
Gotta sizzle.
Yep, it's got to sizzle.
I think everybody needs to take a drink on that one. But I will say this, though. I'm interested to see where this goes. I think there is more to give this franchise. And I think that they will have maybe, I'm saying, I'm excited to see where it goes. But I think the first season, for me, I mean, I watched it. I had to stop and go a little bit, but I watched it. And I think that I was more excited towards like the last episode. And I'm like, oh, then it ended. I'm like, that's where we're going to end. So I hope that they delve into that fucking lore better moving forward. Because Amazon needs to figure out, but Lord of the Rings, not Game of Thrones, The Rings of Power, season 2 and 3 are coming.